G'day folks, it's Mish here. I'm going for a fun little dig today, and I'm not on my own.
Oh no!
Oh no, we've got the Coffee Bush kid here for some shenanigans. We're just doing a little recreation reserve today. This is going to be a fun dig. I'm sure we'll find some coins. I'm sure we're going to find pull tabs and assorted modern junk, but we might find some goodies. So fingers crossed. Without any further ado, let's grab the gear and let's go hunting. Well, I found myself at the base of a tree, which is unfortunately not providing as much shade as I would like. You can probably tell by my shadow. It's quite a warm and sunny day. I may have been here in recent days. There's a little bit of evidence going on, but there's a signal I missed. And it is a 46 with a bit of depth to it. Now, I better hurry this up because old mate over there, you can see his feet. He's on about 3 different targets over there at the moment. So I think we're going to be kept amused regardless of what we find. But let's see what this target is. And we're on to the target. And it is my first 2-cent piece for the morning. First of many, I am certain. But we'll definitely take it nonetheless. Well folks, remember that nugget of wisdom that I've said in probably many a recent video about double checking your hole before you fill it in? Yeah, maybe I should have done that with the hole I just dug, because we've still got a wishy-washy 30s, 40s signal. So let's pop her back open. Alright, I found the cause of our jumpy signal, and I'd say it was jumpy because I've probably flipped the target up on its side in the process of digging the original plug. But we've got our 2 cents best mate, the 1 cent piece. Oh well, we're filling in our collection for the day. That's how I'll view it. We've got the 1 cent and 2 cent. We've got a few different other coins to find. So let's get on to finding them. Well, I'm still here at my money tree. I say money tree, it's maybe 3 cents so far, but that's money. I got another signal here. 43, 44. And I'm having a good old chuckle because I've just worked out what it is. But I'll explain it to you. So when I initially pulled this up, it just looked like a blob of scrap metal, and then I can see a little bit of a green tinge to it. And I've just realised that on my last dig in this general location, I found the frame of a toy tank. But it was missing a lot of the bits that were bolted on originally. And this, my friends, is the top of said tank. So I believe this is the turret that would rotate around. I will give that a clean up, and I will show you with the first piece that I found. I'm pretty chuffed with that find. We will most certainly take that one. All right, let's move on. Well, I'm certainly not rich by any means. But there's another 2 cents on the board. So I'm up to a whopping 5 cents so far today. Well, look, I think the odds of doubling my money are good at least. Well, a strong signal right below where someone would sit. 42. One would have to assume it was an item that fell out of a pocket when you look at the surrounding evidence, but we don't know yet. We will know soon. Well, I can tell you now, this signal was not quite what I expected. So we started off, I flipped over the plug, and then I noticed this bright blue thing. Now this is actually plastic. This is not the target. This is part of some kid's comb, I would say, that's definitely worn down over the years. Made in Australia is all we're ever going to know about it. And then I found my target, and I tell you what, I did not expect this find. We've got a harmonica reed. Now that would have to be the largest harmonica reed I have ever dug. That is an absolute stonker. But that is a pretty cool find. Alright, well we don't have a campfire to sit by, but we're going to sit on the step nonetheless, and we're going to have the resident expert tell us a little bit more about this, because apparently I may have been a little bit wrong in my assumption that it was one really long harmonica.
No, because see how they are perfectly broken if they were. They're not. These are the smaller ones. And you can see the 2 rivets on the ends there, on both ends, where they would have joined. There would have been the square holes in the centre of it for you to blow in and out of.
Right.
And so yeah, it was only a little one.
Okay.
Probably a kid's one. So
probably the same kid who just lost their plastic comb down there.
More than likely, undoubtedly. But yeah, that's what it is. It was only that size.
Right.
So probably one of the little, as we would call them, a stocking filler. But back in the day, they were probably not too bad. It may have been a Honer, probably not though. But yeah, that's what it is. You found the 2 reeds of a harmonica.
Excellent. Thank you for the clarification.
Well done you.
Thank you very much. Well, the sun's beating us up a little bit, so we've kind of moved away from the wide open area of the reserve. We're checking out the perimeter a little bit to jump from shade to shade. I got a signal that could have been a 20-cent piece. It was around a 32, 33, and instead I've got that. Now I'm going to guess that was to do with the construction of a tool of some sort. However, I don't entirely know. But anyway, it's been there a long time. So that's holding some promise for the other finds I might find in the area. Well, I am certainly finding that on the perimeter it's just that little bit easier to dig. The ground isn't quite as baked as the middle of the reserve. We've got a 42 signal here. Now, am I on to another sort of 1 cent piecey type bit? We will see. Right, is that enough for the plug? Yes, it is. Oh, that ground's dry. And no, we have our answer already. That's a bottle cap. Can't win them all. Thought I'd take my chance on a low to mid signal. 25, 26. And we've increased our tally. I talked about doubling my money when I had 5 cents. I've now tripled it because I've found 10 cents. So we've got 15 cents on the board. Woohoo! So I've just uncovered this, what was it? Let's have a check again. Let's have a listen. We have got 33, 34 target. And look, honestly, I thought I was going to get a 20-cent piece out of this dealio. I am trying to collect a few different coins on this hunt. But there's a few people going to be very amused by this. Have you guessed what I've got yet? And why I would be laughing so hard? Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a sinker. I'm not at the beach. I'm nowhere near the beach. Gosh, this is going to haunt me till the day I finish up on YouTube. But it's a sinker nonetheless. We'll keep it. We'll melt it down. We'll make it into something a little bit nicer. Let's keep going, guys. Well, would you believe I've gone and done it again? Mid-30s signal this time. Look what we got here. We've got sinker number 2 for the day. What? No, I don't understand why these things follow me around, especially in places where it would be extremely unlikely to find them, such as this location in the middle of nowhere, inland. Yep, very good. We'll take it. This is not what it looks like, people.
Come on, Mish, one comes.
So, the charismatic coffee bush kid and I got talking to some landowners, and we've been detecting that reserve, And now we've been given permission for some paddocks adjoining said reserve.
And so, being so excited, we've had a coil enlargement.
We have indeed. We are both onto 11-inch coils. Oh, yours is over the fence. Yours is already fence jumped.
It has.
Very good. It's keen to get out there. So we're going to see if there's anything out here because we've been a little bit light on the rec reserve. So fingers crossed. Let's go.
There you go.
Oi.
You alright?
Yep.
Good eye. Watch your hands. I got long legs.
Good-o. Well, I must say, folks, I'm not really used to this whole paddock digging business. You certainly don't typically see me detecting in wild fields and paddocks and whatnot. Coffee bushes over there. And I thought I'd check out this little bit because I saw a few established trees in the area. I thought it just might be some signs of life around here, and I think there is. This was the first signal I got in this particular spot. And it's around 48 to 50. And it was surprisingly easy to dig. And I've gotten this. So this appears to have been a buckle of some description. Though for what, I'm not sure. That's not a size I've really come across myself. So let me know what a buckle of that size would potentially be used for. It looks like it's actually got a bit of a design down the side. I'm seeing a lot of little circles now they give it a rub. That's interesting. Maybe this was a decorative... Ooh! Are they stones? They actually are. Wow, okay, so those little circles obviously originally held some stones of some description. So that is, yeah, I would say a lady's belt buckle or something to that effect. That's seriously cool. All right, let's move on. So I've just stood up after finding a nice little broachy, belty, buckley thingy, and I'm pretty convinced I've gotten everything out of that hole. So I was just about to fill it in, but as you should do, give it a sweep just in case. And I'm just catching a faint hint of something off to the side. So I do wonder whether it's a component of what I just dug. It might be nothing, it might be junk, but just given that proximity, it's a 43, 44, but very faint, potentially the middle piece or something related. Let's have a look. Ladies and gents, this was a really good idea, hopping the fence, jumping into the paddocks, because I tell you what, I've just dug that hole, so you can see I still haven't filled in this first one. I figured if I filled it in I might forget where it was, and I want to show you guys just how closely these targets are appearing. So this was that signal we went chasing. Have a look what I've just found. I haven't had a really good look, but I can already tell straight away that this is a pendant of some description. So that, I think, is the back. Just seeing if there's any writing. I'm keeping us all in suspense. I know there's a design on the front, I just don't know what yet. There's some sort of, that's potentially like a designer's mark of some sort on the back. Doesn't look like any writing. I know you guys want to see the other side. Here we go. Now I can't make it out yet, and I'm not inclined to be too rough with this. Looks a little worn and I don't want to be too scrubby with it. We've got a hint of, gosh, I don't know, something a little bit reflective there. That's interesting. I don't think I scraped it. I hope I didn't scrape it. But anyway, I might give that a clean up. You guys might know before I do. Ooh, that looks very, very interesting. I am so glad I found it. So Andrew's just come over with his squirty.
Yeah, I got my squirty, I have.
And he's giving that little pendant just a light spritzing. We're just going to see if we can work out a bit more info on the field. As I say, you guys have already learned, but we're going to see what we can see. There's certainly a bit of colour appearing now. Oh, I reckon we can make out a lot of that writing now.
The
Royal? Is that Royal?
Yeah. Association.
All the viewers are going, we already know what this is.
Yeah, but we're having the fun.
Exactly right. Patience, my friends.
Oh, I don't know whether they will. Was it the Royal Association?
Oh, something Society of Victoria, I reckon. We've got something blue in the middle there, like a little shield of some sort.
I reckon that could probably do with the soaking more so now than the spraying.
Well, whatever I've done, you've seen how it ended up. Hopefully it ended up better and not worse. Oh, the Royal Agricultural Society of
Victoria.
There
you go.
Nice. Well, they still exist.
Cool.
They're behind our beloved Melbourne show.
I was just going to say, you could run a show with one of those.
We could do. Oh,
That's
marvellous.
Nice
Awesome.
find.
Hopefully there's more to come. Well, crew, I can't quite work out where I started, but there-ish. I don't think it was that hole, I think it was a bit further along. Were my first two finds, so my buckle and my pendant. I got a 4850 signal here, and I can't quite get it out yet. I'm going to have to do a little bit more excavating, but that is looking suspiciously like a matching piece to that first buckle thing that I found, because I think that's got little circles on it as well for gems. Can't see any gems yet, but we're going to dig a little bit more this way and see if we can extract this in one piece. So I'm just trying to loosen up the surrounding soil without actually flicking the buckle itself, which is easier said than done. It's a little bit solid down here. Let's see if we've done enough work here. There we go. Oh, so that's what it would have looked like. So this one's still got the centerpiece in place, but that is most certainly a match for our first buckle. Now, finding two of them, it makes me wonder, was this to do with some footwear perhaps? It's surely not to do with suspenders. It's far too large for that, but let me know what you think. That's pretty darn cool. Let's get the first one out and let's see how well it matches up. Yep, they are definitely a perfect pair. Excellent. Look at that. Shame we didn't have that middle piece for the first one. I didn't get any more signals. That's awesome. I seem to be on a bit of a jewellery spill. Fantastic. And the plot absolutely thickens at this point because, once again, just as in the first scenario, I've stood up and I've scanned, and I think the hole itself is cleared, but just offside, 33, 34, 35, faint, but definitely, given the targets we're finding, definitely worth investigating. I don't even know what to say. I can see another piece in this hole, so this was the last hole I just dug. This is where my extra signal was. And I have a little bit of a suspicion. So the thing I can see, and we're going to see it in a minute, it looks like another pendant to me, but there's actually this big flat piece of what I think is metal. Now it could be plastic, it feels metallic. I'm wondering whether I've discovered someone's jewellery stash. So let's have a look at this thing, and unfortunately I did scrape it. Just on the back though, not the front, thankfully. This is definitely some other sort of badge or pin or something. Oh gosh, I'm not even going to show you that damage. I'm a little embarrassed. That's something really cool looking. You're going to find out before I do, because we're going to clean that one carefully. Unbelievable. Let's see if we can quickly sort of work out what's going down here. Remove some dirt and muck out of the way. Yep, there's something big and flat here. Now, in the interim, I did have Andrew come over and sweep with the Equinox 900. and he was getting faint signals here as well, potentially over here. So gonna leave me with this one for a few minutes, and I'm actually going to dig, again being a paddock, I don't have to be too delicate. We're going to dig just a wide perimeter, see what we can find. I'm lost for words. Let's keep going. Well, I've just gotten out what I thought might have been the bottom of a box or the like, and it's not. It's just a random piece of metal in this case, but I am going to open it / break it just to make sure there's nothing on the inside, which there's not. The mystery thickens a little bit here. Let's get rid of that, and we'll keep it safe just in case there's anything I can glean from it, an inscription or anything. It doesn't look like it. Let's see how we're going signal wise. Okay, there might be a low signal over here somewhere, 27 or the like. Nothing in the piles that I've moved out of the way. Yeah, potentially one more thing to investigate in this particular spot. That one more signal was just bits of copper, so maybe part of that piece we just found. That's all right. I think we have exhausted the jewellery spill, but wow, what a spill that was. I'm absolutely stoked with that. See if we can find a couple more targets, but the light is slowly fading in the area, so we might have to call it quits soon. So I've just dug out another hole down here. Now this one, all right, let's just scan it. I can't remember the numbers. You want the full experience, right? Let's do it. Okay. Oh. It is a 45, and it was several inches down, and it's in this clump. So I'll show you and we'll have a proper look at the same time. Turn it over. Can you see it yet? Maybe on that angle. That is another buckle, but this time not a fancy schmancy ladies buckle. Whoop, make sure I don't lose the middle part here. Whoop, that's about as much as I'm going to clean it up on the field. So I don't want it to disintegrate, but that is the centerpiece there. I think that might be iron, so it was giving me a little bit of a grunt. And that, I believe, is a brass buckle. Maybe. Almost looks silvery, doesn't it? It does almost look silvery. That's interesting. I probably won't know till I give it a clean up, but you might know now. That's a nice little one. And this is obviously broken in the process of me extracting it out. But that's cool. It's still complete. Very nice. Well, all good things must come to an end, and this is potentially my last dig for the day before we go off for a delicious dinner. So, not that signal. We're not touching that one. That's massive chunky iron. This signal. Actually, let me give you a listen to this one. Because it's a little, I won't say it's a whisper, it's louder than that, but we've got a bit of a dig on our hands. Bit of a fluty sort of 47 to 52. Could just be rubbish, doesn't sound as punchy as an aluminium can. I just want to know what it is. And the lucky last signal is revealed, or at least the type of find it is revealed. We don't know exactly what, but as I've flipped the plug over here, not that little worm, we're not worried about him. We're more concerned with that circular shaped imprint. And then if we pan down a little bit, not sure how well this will show up, we can see the thing that made that round imprint. That's rather coin-like if you ask me. Now I haven't found any pre-decimal coins on this hunt, and going by the other finds I've found, I would certainly put it in that area. It's larger than any modern coin. Looks like, as worn as it is, oh, I was going to say it looks certain to be a kangaroo penny. I'm not entirely sure. She's pretty toasted, my friends. Yes, that did say Australia once upon a time, and that did have a kangaroo once upon a time. Did have a year once upon a time. I don't think I'm even going to get that. So one rather corroded kangaroo penny. Potentially get a monarch here, will we? Yep, probably Queen Elizabeth II. So one of the later ones. Cool. Oh well, a coin is always a good way to end a hunt. Well, that's it, folks. We are done for today's hunt. We might get something in before you go.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, potentially this is the last adventure, potentially not. At either rate, always good fun to go detecting with friends.
Yep, certainly is.
And always a pleasure hanging out with your fine self.
Thank you, and your fine self too.
Thank you kindly. Now, if you enjoyed this adventure, guys, please don't forget to hit that like button. But in the meantime, guys, take care, stay safe, and we'll catch you on our next adventure after we have our delicious dinner this evening, I think.
Indeed.
No worries. Catch you next time, guys.
Not that we're a pair of fence jumpers, but here, I'll hold it down while you get over.